It's Friday, April 6, 2012, and here's what's happening in other news. In other news is brought to you by Tom's Beard. It's like Tom's other beard, but you should fear this one because it is black and crazy. He wants you to watch Ion. What a great sponsor, telling you he's actually paying for the show and saying in his message to watch Ion. So thank you, Tom's Beard. Welcome to another news. I'm Maya Zakhtar.
I'm Tony Wang.
I'm Liz Romero.
And I'm Chad Johnson.
This is the show where we take a nice laid-back look at the tech news beyond the usual headlines. Yeah, laid back. See, the thing is, a lot of tech news is about patents, and there's like horrible CEO shifts and like all kinds of madness that goes on. But we don't have that. We have the fun stories in technology, and that's what we do on this show. And so, Tom's Beard also showed up on Liz's mic stand right here. And if you're watching this live and you're like, how can I watch this later? We'll have a link up. It'll be on YouTube. Let's talk about some news, folks, because that's what we do in other news right now. It's Shazam. You know, that musical app right there on iOS. It's reached version 5 on iOS, and it claims to have 1 second tagging. That's all that we want to talk about with this. The question is, can it do it? Liz, do you have the latest version of Shazam on your phone? Did you not do that?
I have it.
It's the latest version? Are you sure?
Yeah, well, I always
Hey, Nicole.
update. I always update. So let me, it should be updated. Now I'm going to.
Okay, are you sure you're up to? So anyway, I'm going to play music, and this is going to get our show taken down from YouTube, but that's
Wait,
okay.
I'm just checking my updates to make sure that.
I have 2.2, so I can't help you.
You are running Windows Phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not as an update, so I have the most updated one.
Well, you can see how much we prepped for this episode because somebody didn't check our updates.
Hey, I made sure I had it. You need to be more encouraging, buddy.
I'm trying to. Oh, do that update. Yes, you can. Do the update. Whatever. Let's go.
Rah.
Ready? Rah, rah, rah. Thank you, Chad. Okay, I'm going to play some music on my Spotify account here. Let's go ahead and see if it can do it in 1 second.
Go. Wait, how long did that take? Got it.
It's been 13 seconds.
Okay, we got to do it again because the moment that she hit go, the music's
All right. One more time. Ready?
Wait. Okay.
I got it.
What?
Okay,
I
wait.
got it too, but.
We're supposed to get 1 second. Ready? I'm going to hit play. I'm going to notice the time. So I'm going to hit play.
Got it.
4 seconds. Are you on the Wi-Fi network or are you on 3G?
Wi-Fi.
All right, let's try like a more popular song people would probably, maybe Spotify can get earlier.
Do a Lady Gaga song.
A Lady Gaga song? No
You
problem.
have Gaga?
Of course I do.
It's Spotify.
Go ahead.
It has everything.
Well, no, I have it. Ready?
Oh, you have
Here we go again. Well, yeah, it's on my playlist.
That's embarrassing. Go in the middle of the song where it's...
All right, let's do that.
Okay, yeah, no.
Turn it off. Let's try it again. You got it?
I got it. Oh, God.
Wow, that
Okay,
is
I'll
much
just
faster.
actually, you just
That
start
is-
playing it, and I'll say I'll start when I'll.
Granted,
just go ahead.
that is much, much faster.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Got it.
All right, so 4 seconds seems to be the actual thing, but 4 seconds is way faster than it used to be.
I could create an Excel chart, and then we could spread out and how it is and do an actual average. I'll do a formula.
I don't want to. No, why would we do that? You're going to suck the fun out of this entirely with a spreadsheet.
That's what I do. I do spreadsheets.
It looks
Tony?
like you're wearing a beard.
I know.
Now, Tony, you have the old version of Shazam.
This is 2.2.
2.2 for Windows Phone. Is it operating as fast as the new touted Shazam 5?
No, it's not.
Well, there we go. Well, then iOS wins.
Yay!
Yeah.
I know you're all excited. I know you.
But if you think about it, it's 4 times longer than what they say it's supposed to take.
Are you on Wi-Fi?
I'm on Wi-Fi as well.
Okay.
But, I mean, you counted 4 seconds. They say it's 1 second. It's not 1 second. So it's false advertising.
Well, we haven't tried it out for every song. We have no idea if it's possible. Maybe our network isn't fast enough.
How dare
Maybe.
you, sir?
I think our network's fast enough.
I don't know. You know what? Forget it. Let's take a trip to the Ion Theater, shall we, Chad?
Yes.
Yay.
Hey Kickstarter, I'm Steve. I'm Duncan. We've got a question
It's
for
Stephen
you.
Duncan.
What would you do?
Was that a spice
if you
rack
could
in the back?
Control your dreams.
I would definitely fly.
I can't hear.
I would never wake up.
Flying.
Was that Jesus?
Fly or something like
These guys are so not creative.
dream about flying.
I want to know where you are.
Oh, so everyone just wants to fly in their dreams, that's it?
Why is everybody flying?
Teleportation.
It's a taxi driver. Teleporting. Ooh, like
It'd be
portal.
carbon friendly. You know,
I like his
kind
hat.
of way to travel.
I don't think this
Still
hat.
have his
Did he say farming friendly?
invisible.
I'd eat organic food.
Invisible. She got self-esteem issues.
Have my hand start glowing.
He's not on
and I'd be able
drugs
to shoot
at all.
projectile plasma.
X-Men.
Iron Man.
Okay, don't
X-Men
give
fan.
this
Yeah.
guy a gun.
I would
ever.
avenge myself on those who have wronged me.
I'm Antonio Banderas.
He's
Oh,
been
serial
wrong.
killer.
My father, prepare to die.
Hey, look, it's me.
New Zealand, Australia. Australia.
Go to Australia.
Why is he on there
Hey,
twice?
that's I saw
Africa.
this guy. I saw that guy
India.
too.
It's Tony again.
Go back.
Quick back.
Go back.
That guy's French.
You can save Doc Brown.
If I could control my dreams, I think I would like to dream
That
about
red is
having
pretty red.
breakfast with Sophia Loren.
Oh, no, if you
Good
know.
luck. Sister.
Sophia. Psh, come on now, dude.
Nice mustache.
I would definitely fly.
I'm not
They're
gonna
like,
go there.
that's
I
crappy.
do
Those are
fly,
crappy
actually,
dreams.
when I control my dreams.
What is that behind the guy in the
Most
plaid?
people would call it lucid dreaming.
Kind of like a Batman ear.
It's a 3D
I've been
printer.
interested in for quite a
See,
while
that looks
now.
like a spice racket
The
back
only
of them.
problem
It's a
with
3D
lucid dreaming
printer.
is it's really hard
Very
to do
spicy.
consistently.
Saucy?
I asked, can you
So
hear
we
me?
became
It's a 3D
interested
printer.
in finding
I hear
ways
it's a
to
3D
do it
printer.
more often,
That's
to
great.
do it more
I don't know.
reliably.
Are you sure? I
That's
haven't
when
seen
we
it in
came
3D.
across a number of studies that
Maybe Chad
introduced
should be
us
in
to
the
idea of
monitors.
lucid dreaming mask.
Oh.
It showed to be the most
Wait, it's a
reliable way
3D.
to
Wait,
lucid
it's not a 3D
dream.
printer. It's about some kind of mask that helps you dream.
Then we saw the price tag, which was outlandish.
I don't see a price tag. They're
And then we
saying
saw
there's
How
long
much was it?
was.
How much was
what
it?
is
There's just no way I'm gonna sleep with that
It's
in my head.
What?
a sleep mask
And it was hard to
that
use.
helps you have
So we
lucid
thought,
dreams, so
there's
you can
gotta be a
control your
better
dreams.
way. And when there
I'm
wasn't,
kind of.
we decided
He
to make
lost
one.
me.
Meet
was
Remy,
Okay, look,
the
hang on.
world's first comfortable,
I'm engaged.
affordable lucid dreaming mask. The key to lucid dreaming is recognizing when you're dreaming. That's where
When
Remy
you're.
comes in.
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to
Inside
be
what looks like a normal
sleepwalking,
sleep mask
you know?
is a
What happens then?
microcontroller that waits until you're at the peak of REM
I'll run
sleep
into a
and then
wall.
flashes
That's
a
what's
Well,
happening.
when you're at peak of REM
customizable
sleep,
light
you should be
pattern via
paralyzed.
Remy's 6
Hey, man,
rear-facing
no, not me.
LEDs. The lights aren't bright enough to wake you up, but will appear as visual
Oh, dear
anomalies
God.
in your
What does that
dreams.
mean when you see red lights, you'll
Recognizing
just
these
stop?
anomalies alerts the sleep.
I don't know. I don't think you work like a
triggers
car.
lucidity.
I do.
Once lucid, you can
Well, he says
practice
what my mom
controlling
says.
the world around you.
You know.
We don't all sleep the same. We certainly
Have
don't
they
all
tried it?
dream
Does
the
it
same.
work?
So we knew Remy had to
They
be
claim
a highly
it's worked.
customizable product.
The problem is nobody wants to sleep
I wish
with
they
a bunch of
hired
buttons
like
and controls
actors
on
to
their
do this
face.
part because
So
every
here's
time
the
they talk, I
solution
kind
that we
of.
came up with.
We're actually pretty proud of it.
Oh,
They're-
maybe that's what they
Simply
want you to
go
do.
to
They want you to fall asleep so you can
sleepwithremy.com
test the product.
and change your
I
dreams.
figured it out.
On
So you
front
watch the
side of
video and get
mask,
tired?
Yeah,
light
that's how you
sensors.
try it out. They like want you to
Hold
test
these
it out
light
by
sensors
watching this and
against the
falling asleep.
screen,
I
and the
cracked
site
the
will feed
code.
your new settings right into Remy.
What?
It must have some kind of camera so you can
We're
actually
excited to
figure it
launch
out.
Remy in
Yeah, it
5
had light
colors.
sensors.
Five
Because we
colors.
agree with Cabby
There's no
Anthony.
pink.
The beauties of space are
Wow, where'd you
Oh.
come from?
We
Ah.
have 3 Kickstarter exclusive
There's Jammer
Interstellar
Bees.
Remy's, printed with some of
Jammer
NASA's
Bee,
amazing
Jammer
Hubble
Bee.
James
imagery.
asleep.
There's even a tier where you can design your own Remy. Choose any image to be printed
Bye,
in front of the
X-Baller.
mask.
See,
it's got
I want a picture
boobs
of
on
my
it.
eyes open, right there,
So
right
while,
there.
So while you're asleep, you have a sleep mask with your eyes open?
Yeah, that way no one can see back on me. They always think I'm awake.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
To a fully functional product. We need your help to take the next
Yes,
step.
this is supposedly real life. Oh, that was
my
metallic.
Oh wait, it's got like it's montage.
They're gonna hack into the database.
Montage. Bitbanger 2012. What was that?
What?
That's the printing on the.
Oh, they were sewing.
Oh my
They
God.
must be serious because they were sewing.
That's fake. That's not.
That's a render.
Thanks for watching our video.
No.
No
You're-
more, no more.
You're welcome.
We've linked below to a lot of great stuff about lucid dreaming.
Oh
and
my
you can also
God,
find
he does
details
make me
for
wanna
all
fall
the
asleep,
reward
though.
levels.
Tony,
With
do you
your
fall
help,
asleep
we
over
can make
there?
Remy a reality.
What?
Oh my God. It did work. You fell asleep.
Okay, so Remy, the REM enhancing lucid dreaming mask, right now it's got 41 days to go. It's well over its $35,000 goal. It's got $95,000. So if you think we're ragging on them unfairly and we're going to hurt their donations, no, we're not
How
going
much?
to.
How much is this? So okay, how
80
much
bucks.
does it cost to get a thing?
$80
$80
to get something that can help you control what you dream about.
Okay, a video game costs $60, right?
Yeah, huh?
So for $80, you could have the most amazing video game in the world.
Well, yeah, it would be so immersive, right? You could let's pretend you wanted maybe like a couple months ago you wanted to have like Duke Nukem Forever in your head. You could make it happen thanks to this.
It freaks me out though.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's like I don't want to be messing with my dreams. I don't know. It's probably not good. Like it probably doesn't matter at all. But
Can I say something, Chad? I loved it how me and Tony were both like, ah, and then you switched. We're like, oh, never mind.
What's up, Tony? It's a eye mask with 6 LEDs on there. How are you supposed to dream about Duke Nukem?
Well, so I mean, I guess if the technology is correct, it will wake you up just enough using the LED patterns.
Right?
So,
is it flashing Morse code at you? So it says dream about.
I think it's just patterns for your brain to go. Something's going on out there. It's no big deal. But now you're awake a bit, so you can control your dream. Is what it seems.
I know exactly what I want to use this for. I want to dream of all the movies where they could have been so much better and make new versions in my dreams. Like I want to redo Star Wars, like Episode 1. I will redo that. I will make myself be Princess Leia in like Return of the Jedi. I'll be like, yes, I am swinging with Han Solo. Or no.
Well, you're dressed like Han Solo.
I know, right? I know, it's so awesome.
It's a little odd, but
so there's actually a product that was made in Japan in 2004 that actually supposed to do this.
Is it available to the masses?
There's a link in our
last minute
doc.
stuff.
Yeah, I got it. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So it's actually a machine that kind of sits on your headboard. Yeah, basically, and it'll play actual audio and project things and lights and whatnot. So
it sounds like the idea is to wake you up just enough so
you
that
don't get good sleep.
So yeah, right.
I think that would just wake me up. I really don't.
The thing about sleep is that you have
Looks
periods.
like they photoshopped this image of a wedding in there. Like it doesn't normally have a.
Well, no, for that device, you actually have to set it up instead of having LEDs flashing at you.
Well, I mean, this obviously depends on how you understand sleep. Sleep is you have deep periods of sleep. You have some periods where you're lightly awake. Actually, you don't realize you're awake, and then you go back to sleep. If you can influence your dreams at all, if you realize that you are dreaming, you can control them. I've done that a couple of times. You realize this can't be happening. I'm going to make this awesome. So I have a fun dream there. I don't know if blinking lights can do it or not, but if this is the deal, you're tracking your sleep there. You can see that we don't have the overhead cam.
Well, no, I'm just trying to do that.
Yeah, so we see the bar graph. Clearly, that indicates sleep because it could not be a bar graph of anything else.
No.
So just keep in mind that, you know, if you listen to those guys carefully, we've seen this video a few times now.
700 times, yeah.
Results may vary. So
yes.
just because it's inducing lucid dream doesn't mean you can. Can you imagine if you're in a lucid dream and you can't control it? You're gonna have problems.
Well, I have some scary dreams,
that's
so
what normal
I want it to be so that I can have a good dream every single
night.
night.
In normal dreams, you remember what's going on. You just can't control them. So this is a dream that you can remember, but you can control.
Well, I guess we'll have to see if it works, and they're already funded. So hopefully, if their product's any good, people will review it. We might buy it.
It's $80. I'll buy it.
Let's do it right now.
You want to buy it? Can we
start a
share
Kickstarter?
our lucid dream masks? Can we start a Kickstarter to buy us Kickstarter?
One. Do we just need one to share?
I'll just buy it myself, and you guys can have it.
Right,
I'm going to put a picture of my own eyes awake on it.
No, you need to put pictures of boobs on it.
What?
Look at that. Is
There's
that
a
not
child in the audience.
Is that not the perfect idea? Look at that.
No.
That's when you get kind of skeptical because you're like, okay, so the selling point is I can customize my own.
I think the
custom one costs $140.
What?
I think the selling point was that you could get this for $80 because the other machines.
The awesome night one is $100.
Oh, those are Jammer beans.
The normal one is $80.
All right. Before we lose our sponsorship, let's move on to a different thing. Let's move to our sponsorship. We want to thank Tom's Beard. Tom Merritt's Beard is sponsoring today's episode because there it is. You can see it. You can right there. It is saying, "I want you to watch Ion." Because he can't right now because he's elsewhere, he's on the road, and he's rotating in space. Ooh. Okay, so if you like watching this show, support Tom's Beard by tweeting at him at Ace Detect and say thank you for sponsoring today's episode of In Other News. And we thank Tom's Beard for their sponsorship, for your free 30-day trial of Tom's Beard. I don't know how you would even try to do that.
Go to Hibby store in Petaluma.
Right, go ahead and trim your own beard. Let's move on to more news. Shall we? Goes back into my laptop where I keep the beard. All right, Twitter and Facebook apparently are the scourge of humanity, says Skype. Now, Skype is putting up billboards, not ads, like literally giant billboards saying 140 characters doesn't equal staying in touch. Another sign says humans were made to look, listen, and feel. It's time for Skype. Okay.
You know what? This seems like a great advertisement for Google Plus Hangouts because you cannot do more than 3 video chat in Skype.
Well, Chad, if you pay for the premium features, clearly you can have
Google Plus is free. It doesn't make sense.
But Skype
is such a crappy product.
Humans were made to look, listen, and feel.
Do you want fingers?
I wouldn't use Skype. I would go to IS's desk and I would talk to him.
Well, how would you
and I can feel him.
Yeah, everyone in the chat room, go ahead and do that.
What am I
Come
going
over
to do
and
on
just-
Skype? Touch my
No,
monitor
don't
and
take the
get
invite
all-
up.
This is ridiculous.
Has anyone actually seen these billboards? Are these up? Because I haven't seen them.
Well, no, they're not here because Skype's not. Well, I mean, the Skype's. Well, actually, they're Microsoft now, aren't they? I have not seen the billboards, but here's the thing.
Well, you can see them right here.
Do you think that you connect with people on Twitter or Facebook more so than you could with Skype?
Yup.
No.
No.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. I feel like you're not connecting with them. You're learning about updates. You're sort of learning about them, but you learn about one person on Twitter and then you go on the next person. It's sort of really, I feel like Twitter is a great way to learn about the zeitgeist of what's going on. On your entire group of friends, not really just one friend. But with Google Plus Hangouts or Skype or stuff like that, you actually get to know someone. You can talk to them. You
can't feel them though.
Yeah, who cares?
Well, you can't feel them on Skype either.
I don't feel my friends. I don't feel up my friends. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, wait a second though. Now I know I have had friends on Facebook that the more I read their status updates, the more I get to find out about them, and the less I like them. So maybe it's actually quite useful to see what they're going to post on Twitter and Facebook and go, wow, you're really shallow and just horrible. Versus Skype, when you're like, I'm having a conversation with you. You don't seem to be shallow and horrible now.
I get that all the time through Skype.
People call you shallow and horrible.
Yeah,
on
No,
Skype?
I think in my head in a conversation, I'm like, that person is really wow.
It's really wow. Okay,
Yeah.
well let's.
I never use
See,
Skype
on
with any of
Skype
my...
and Hangouts, you can see the reactions. You can see how long it takes them to respond to something. It's way more what's the word?
Interactive, engaging.
Yeah, engaging. All those things than Twitter. I agree, but I don't feel like Skype is the thing that I want to use for it. I feel like Skype is a bad product.
I feel like Skype is kind of like RIM.
Oh, that's not nice. That's the worst thing anybody can say about anything.
I'm sorry, but our general public does not really use Skype.
Oh, no way. Back when
Why
there was.
are you?
Back
so
when-
therefore,
It's
you're going to
true.
be getting more interactions by Facebook and other things because that's what all your friends are on. The only time you Skype is when you have like, hey,
I
mom
completely
and
agree.
Well, yeah. So Skype is trying to sell themselves like RIM to the general masses when they're really used for business.
No, I'm telling you this. When it comes to Skype, people have seen it on Oprah. They've seen it on the news back when Oprah was a thing. You see the big Skype logo.
Have you ever tried to do a test with a guest on Skype? They don't know how to use it. They're like, sorry, I have a camera. I've never used this.
The
Skype
only
thing
time
before.
people
It's
generally
never-
use it is when they have like a new kid and they're showing off to grandma and grandpa in some distant land and
No,
someone
use
helps
FaceTime
them.
for that.
They're gonna use Google Talk or Facebook Messenger or any of those other video services.
But nobody uses Google Plus.
Okay.
Tons of people use Google.
Let's go somewhere totally different. Let's go to Japan, where they don't care about Skype, clearly, or they do. I have no idea.
They don't.
The real thing is, let's talk about this documentary that talks about why Japan's arcades didn't die. But the United States, over here, we used to have arcades and people go there all the time. But those kind of just dropped off the face of America.
They're at Scandia.
But they're
So,
not.
Yeah, we actually have these people on Game On this week.
Which people?
The 100 yen documentary. It talks about how it takes 100 yen to buy into one of these arcades. That's their quarters is 100 yen. And there's an amazing documentary coming out about this exact thing as why arcades didn't die in Japan and how they are still incredibly popular. Here it is, the 100 yen Japanese arcade experience. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's very, very interesting.
Good.
So this makes me want to go to Japan even more. Not to mention I want to see Godzilla because I'm a huge fan.
Also, hang on. Can we take away the full screen? Take away the full screen.
You always do full screen.
This is Vimeo.
But
It's
the
not on
YouTube will freak out.
It's on Vimeo.
Okay, this is fantastic. They actually have these arcade buildings that look like you're a casino. Like, oh my God. Like, whenever I go to Vegas, I never bet. But most people were, when I saw Godzilla slot machine, I wanted to go to it. I actually did want to put money in it just to see Godzilla go, rah, rah, rah. Look at this. It looks like a casino. They're just lined up there. Next thing you know, they're going to be chain smoking and then someone's going to bring them drinks. Just, you know, oh yes, oh yes.
I've lost a lot of money in arcades. I mean, I don't gamble at all, but arcades, though, I used to spend a lot of time in those places back in the 90s, I guess. That's a long
don't worry.
time
You
ago.
can come over to my parents' house. I actually have a huge arcade. It's X-Men Children of Adam.
You have a main.
And then I can charge you. I actually have the keys so that you have to play it. You have to put in money.
But
Yeah, that's right.
It's interesting to see how it seems that when it comes to arcades, because of the format and the consoles and PC gaming, all this stuff, the stuff coming to your house, people decided over here in the U.S. to go
antisocial.
Yeah, well, I guess so. Maybe more antisocial than over there.
Maybe population density is different.
No, arcades are very social thing. You're in a whole thing. You're like waiting to come on the next one. You're hanging out with people. You're being competitive. This is fantastic. That's what's lost with doing all the console things. You're sitting there. You're maybe, you know, trash talking some kid on the other side of the world who might be 14 because you're whooping him on some game. Ooh,
yeah,
that was so engaging.
Yeah, but when you're a kid and you're like, okay, I want to play Street Fighter 2 against somebody else, and you put your quarter on that machine,
yes.
And you're like, you got to have guts to do that because you're seeing this other guy kicking just rear end with Ryu, and you're like,
well,
I'm not very good with this.
They're not around. You find the people that actually go to these things. They'll go and they know they're not around.
And that's why you play at home, because you're like, I don't want to go out there, because if you're a gamer, maybe you're a little bit less than social, you know? Because
all I know is that this documentary shows this huge building that has all these arcades, and they explain how the first level is more of the beginners, and then as soon as you get higher and higher up at each level, that's like the more gamers. So yeah, the kid could go like, I'm not that good. He starts off at the first level building, and he kind of gets higher. It's like its own little arcade in an arcade. It's
Tony,
realistic.
Any opinions on this? Mr. Wang has got no opinion. Let's take a look at. So on this show, we're gonna go past the arcade thing. I want to watch this documentary, and Game On's gonna have a bit on this.
Yeah, there's a
we're having the documentary people on who are talking about this phenomenon, and that'll be our interview segment.
I'll be here live watching it, so I'm gonna be thrilled about that. But let's move on to something that happens on this show. We do some comedy bits every now and then. We show you some behind-the-scenes stuff. But today we're going to show you some more behind the scenes. These are a bunch of outtakes.
How much more behind?
This is 2 levels behind.
Oh, okay.
So like
it's like Inception.
Right. It's inside. Right. Exactly. So much so that Jason Howell is leaving right now. If we go back to the wide shot, you can see we're making. Yeah, you can see him in the background. He's deciding to do the Squidward dance.
His signature move, man.
Exactly. And we're going to show you some outtakes from many of our bits right now.
You're muted.
You recording?
Yeah.
How's it look? Is it pretty?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, the thing is, it's going to work, apparently.
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it. A generic. Okay, so this is VO for the cat shoot. Let's actually walk to our location. But what would we ask a cat?
I don't know what kind of venom you want to put into the words or how stilted.
I think hot near we shut the door.
Stilted is what Edit Facility is all about, isn't it?
I'm not wearing stilts.
But not stilted.
Perfect. Hey, flip from the top.
That's awesome. Hang on.
I am a reporter from Canada's The Globe and Mail, and I am here with Roger Martin, a director at our nation's favorite tech company, RIM.
RIM.
RIM. I knew that.
I have a take on that position I'd like to try.
Are you guys an interviewer?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I just had a different take, okay?
Go for it.
I am a reporter from Canada's The Globe and Mail, and I am... Wait. What? I cracked the smile.
Yeah. I was expecting
that. You can do it.
Okay.
Okay, I speed.
All right, let's give it a shot here. Thanks, Ayaz. Looking at tonight, we've got a slight chance of patent wars, and that's going to grow all night until tomorrow. A total 70% chance of patent wars, so look out for those lawsuits raining down. By tomorrow night, the patent wars will move off. We're looking at some product announcements all the way through Tuesday and Wednesday, and then later on in the week, we're going to see a lot of the kind of thing that you're not going to want to go out into, because I can't remember what it is.
Okay. I don't think that's in there.
I don't think that is.
But in the weekend, lots of link bait.
Link bait, yeah, link bait was a good one.
Harriet would always do it.
Yeah.
lines
Declare Dead. Could be one. Trademark Wars. We also have one of those.
Trademark and patent, so similar.
Right, I know. But it's like.
Oh, yeah, keep them coming, keep them coming.
Samsung sues Apple. Samsung Galaxy S3 rumors.
Oh, Apple rumors. Yeah, of course. Apple rumors. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Out.
He started laughing. That's fine. That's fine. That's all I needed.
Okay.
That tells you for short. Okay, you know what? I want to see that again. This time we want to do some commentary on it. Can we do another Ion Theater, but with the outtakes?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
behind
yeah.
the scenes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to do a
Totally-
triple level. It's
totally
quite possible.
possible.
And you might have to pause this every now and then because I have to talk.
Oh, okay. Well, let's do it.
Ooh.
Whoa, we're adding some new things.
Oh, yeah. You recording? Oh, we're covering up the lower third. I did not think of that. Now, hang on. Pause this for a second. Now, when I pitched this to Chad about laying on the street, I didn't think he would actually do it. But then he did. And not only that, but he got somebody to lay down on the street with him.
Yeah.
Do we understand why that happened?
Can I to say I'm always sad
There were
about
people
this
walking by, and I was just like, "Hey, do you want to lay down with me? You just record a video."
Wait, hang on. So play this. You waved to somebody on the sidewalk.
Right
Do you
here.
know this person? All right, go back and to the left. You're gonna wave to somebody walking.
Do I?
You do.
No, I don't.
Hit play.
Oh, I think I broke the DDR.
Oh.
Oh. Oh. 1 second. We're coming out of Ion Theater.
Out of theater. A theater has been evacuated due to a problem.
Can I say that I'm very bitter about you guys always doing the bits on Mondays when I'm not here?
Yes,
Not
you
always
can.
on Mondays.
Yeah, it's pretty much always on
Well,
Mondays.
Chad's got Tuesday, Wednesday off, and then you show up on Tuesday. That's your own scheduling issue.
Hey, man. It's not like I can choose my own schedule.
That you can show up on Monday to do the shoots. You just have to show up on your own. You just have a long way to go.
I don't know what I broke.
You broke it?
Let's switch to YouTube.
Can you just run the DDR and just pause it?
No, I don't
And lose the
know.
theater?
No, I can't. That's the problem. That my whole DDR is not working.
Can you run the YouTube video?
Yes, that's what I'll do.
All right. That's why we have backups.
Backups of backups?
All right. So the point is, at some point, Chad, you waved to somebody on the street.
Huh.
Like, oh.
Do I? I don't think I do. In
Just watch.
Generic.
Watch this. Watch your left hand.
Okay, so this is.
Well, you did. Okay. You know what it is? You know what it is? It's because I cut it out because I went
Right,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, because when I was doing the editing, that's what happened. Let's go ahead and listen to Chad question what he wonders he would ask a cat.
VO for the cat shoot. Let's actually walk to our location. But what would we ask a cat?
I don't know what kind. No, wait. Hang on a second. What were you thinking with that? What would we ask a cat?
It's a Chad Wiki way, man, of thinking.
I mean, you would ask a cat like, with about his paws or about his fur, like, hey, is the fact that capacitive touch is a new? I don't know.
We did talk about some cool stuff. Let's keep going. What else happens in this episode? We have buffering. Buffering was very good in this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of venom you want to put into the words or how stilted.
It's hot in here. We shut this.
Okay, Jeff Olstar.
Is what edit facility is all about, isn't it? Yep.
I'm not wearing stilts. But
He is wearing stilts.
He's not.
He's very short in real
He actually
life.
wears stilts all the time.
This is true.
Insanely
Wait,
short.
he wouldn't-
That's why we didn't get married, because he's a lot shorter than he
He
is.
wouldn't do it for the bit. That's the problem. And this was a bizarre thing we did.
It flew over the top.
That's awesome. Now this was my. Can we pause it? This was my request to have parallel events in the background. Back in the old days, in the Twit edit facilities, Tony would be in the background doing bizarre things, and then Jeff was like, "I don't do anything. Tony does this stuff."
That's not my bit.
Yeah.
Jeff
Well,
said.
Alex would also eat like sandwiches and stuff and just be like sitting there like Homer status. Oh.
Do you have anything to say, original Twit edit facility man?
No.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready to post?
Yeah, keep going. Hang on.
I am a reporter from Canada's The Globe and Mail, and I am here with Roger Martin, a director at our nation's favorite tech company, RIM.
RIM.
So did you think you got it wrong, or
He did get it wrong. Nobody calls it RIM.
are you sure you didn't want to do a comedy bit?
Yeah, go for it. I just had a different take, okay?
Which one actually made it into the show?
Okay, no.
Was it this one?
Wait.
That made
It was
in the show?
both.
I am a reporter from Canada's The Globe and Mail.
Nobody expected that at all.
I cracked the smile.
Now, hang on. Pause this for a second.
No.
Now,
okay.
That's actually what happened. So Jeff says to us he's got another idea for this bit, and then he just goes into that chair and then starts doing this ridiculous accent. He doesn't tell us what he's going to do ahead of time.
Yeah, you can see the shock on Alex's face.
Right there. There's the replay.
And Greg's not doing anything besides just totally.
Greg's just like, oh, yeah, I'm out of reading that note.
I don't have to read this thing anymore.
Alex just goes, what the crap? Okay.
Keep it going.
I cracked the smile.
There's the eyes.
Okay.
Okay, I speed.
All right. Give it a shot.
All right,
This is where the legendary actor breaks.
Thanks,
character.
Ayaz. Looking at tonight,
Are you out?
we've
Are we
got
out?
a slight chance of patent wars, and that's going to grow all night until tomorrow. A total 70% chance of patent
This is
wars.
Tom's
So
first
look
take.
out for those
Yeah.
lawsuits raining down.
This is
By
before he
tomorrow
grew
night,
red
the
hair,
patent wars
too.
will move up.
He also
We're
has no
looking at
script.
some
Yeah, did
product
you record
announcements
the same
all
bit
the
the
way
same
through
day?
Tuesday and
Yes.
Wednesday, and then later on in the week,
I wanted
we're
to
going
see the reaction
see
of,
a
oh, we
lot
want
of
you
the
to
kind
wear
of
this
things
wig.
that
was
you're
cracking
not
up, man.
gonna want to go out into.
Well, the thing is,
remember what it is.
all right, let's cut it there. Let's cut it there. Let's get out of Ion Theater. But yeah, that's what we do a lot of bits, and you don't always see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff, and that is something I wanted to share with you guys because we're not perfect at all, not even close, and it was a lot of fun to do a lot of that stuff. But Tony, you haven't been in a bit yet. You were actually filming a lot of these things.
Yeah.
On film.
We both have a bits. High five for the Stormtroopers.
Why aren't you guys in bits?
I don't know, Mr. Producer / It's Your Show.
We'll talk about that later. Let's say that does it for us. If
Oh,
there's a story you think should get the spotlight, you should email us at ion@twit.tv.
It's a twit email.
Oh my gosh, we have ion@twit.tv. It only costs us $7,000 to get it because
That's where our budget went.
yeah, that's our whole budget right there. $7,000 an episode. Until next week, keep your eye on the news. Don't call us, please. Don't do it.
What?
I was being a jerk.
Want to rock the beer? Like that? He has a big head, man. Mr. Merritt has a huge head. This actually covers. You can open that light. Look. My mouth is glowing. Oh, look at my hand. Could have been emitting it, just like that guy said in X-Men.